Good evening, YouTube. How are you this evening? I'm all right. It is 7:45 Central Time, and I am in North Little Rock, Arkansas, sitting on the Maverick yard. As I told you last night, I got to Fort Smith and unloaded that load. Then I went inside, took a shower, uploaded yesterday's and the day before's video, and went to bed. You may be wondering why I didn't upload the previous days on the day. Well, I had no internet where I was in Oklahoma. Okay, I take that back. I had internet, but it was so bad that after an hour and 10 minutes of waiting for it to upload, I gave up. Let's see. Got up at about 6, left at 6:30, got down here. I don't know what time it was. I'm thinking it was about 9:15. I had taken my time, plus I'd stopped and ate breakfast in Russellville. Got down here, parked my truck, disconnected it from the trailer that I had, which was empty. Went inside, talked to the fleet assignment manager and my fleet manager, and found out, I did have a new truck. The only problem with it is it's a 14, and it is one of the test experimental trucks that they had back then. It's got a lot of stuff on it that is not Maverick standard stuff that they tested for Freightliner that didn't work out. So I'm stuck with it. I'm not really happy about that. I was kind of hoping that with the way things have been going, since I did come in off the road, help them in training. They promised me a new truck when I got out, and then they asked me to go to over the road training for 6 months, and I said I would, and I did. And of course, I didn't continue after about 6 months. It just wasn't for me right now. I got too many personal things going on, and other stuff. I like my privacy. So maybe later, again, I'll do it again. I did leave it open to do it. I'm still an instructor, but I'm not active right now. So, but I got this truck, and like I said, it's a 14. I'm not really very happy about it. I mean, it's a truck. All Maverick trucks are good trucks, but this truck here, I'm just not too keen about it. The two big things are, well, the really one big thing is it does not have a refrigerator. So when I go home this weekend, I'm going to have to unpack my dorm fridge, put it back in the truck, and use it. I mean, the good thing about having that is it's got a lot more space and holds, I can put more food in it. The downside of that is that I have to make sure the inverter stays running or it turns it off. And if the inverter shuts off while I'm running down the highway, which these things have a tendency to do for some reason, they just turn the inverter off for no reason whatsoever, then my food goes bad. So I don't really know. Kind of puts a damper on my cooking in the truck, which is something I really, really like to do. Well, I checked in. I got the truck information, and then I had to go meet the fleet assignment manager's boss. I don't remember what his name is, and he wanted to talk to me about this specific truck because it's got a special type of on-guard system on it. It's Daimler's, whatever they call it, their mitigation system. It's got a weird camera built into it that I'm surprised the thing works at all. It rattles so bad and flops up and down the dash. I don't think the thing works. And a couple other weird things. The big one is this is going to be trivial, but the radio in this truck is not grounded properly. So I can't plug my phone into it and with the, charge it and use the phone at the same time through the speaker system to listen to my music, or my audiobooks, which is something I generally do. So I'm gonna have to watch the battery. I won't be able to. I'll have to, if I need to charge the phone, I'll have to do something else, listen to a CD or something, which I only have one CD anyway, and this thing is very loud too. I mean, freight shakers make a lot of noise anyway. This thing rattles insanely. But other than those couple things, it's a good truck. It's a 12-speed overdrive, automatic, of course, with the Super Econ, and it knows how to double shift gears. In other words, you'll skip one if it can, instead of going up every single one. My only and it has creep mode, which means I can take my foot off the gas if I'm in traffic, and it'll continue to go forward. It'll creep along, unlike my other trucks that I've had here. They don't do that, and that's something that's good. And it seems to be relatively good shape. It's got 337,000 miles on it, so it's been through the ringer. But like I said, I was kind of hoping for something else, like a 16 or a 17, maybe even one of the 18s that are now sitting on the yard, because they're passing those out already. When I pulled in, I saw that they had just finished detailing 180014. Someone's getting that one. I'd almost wished that had given me a 13 so I could get out of it quicker. As it stands, I'll probably be in this truck till next year. And considering I only plan on driving a truck for 2 more years, maybe 3 tops, I guess I'll just have to settle in. Really not trying to make it a whining video, just kind of keep it all up to date. Well, after it got me information and I went and found the truck and then pulled it around to where mine was, it took me about 3.5 hours to get everything out of my truck and just put it in here. It's just in here. You can probably see. It's just piled. I haven't got anything organized. It's nothing. The only thing that's organized is I have my camera mounted, my GPS mounted above it, and the drive cam. And I hadn't even installed the backup camera yet. And I haven't decided even if I'm going to. I know you guys like to see the loading videos, but the way it's going to have to mount on this truck, it's going to be so low that if I got a tall load, you'll never see nothing. I will probably put it in, but I just haven't done it yet. I got some things put away, but nothing's really where it needs to be or where I want it to be. I got my CB installed and all that stuff. And of course the shop put my veteran decals on already. So, well, once I got all my stuff out, I had to clean the old truck, wash it, and then clean the inside of it really well, and then get it inspected so I could be released from it. Got that taken care of. And then they had been trying to find me a load to go home, and they hadn't done it. And at 3 o'clock, I told them, well, if you ain't got nothing, then I'm just going to go home. Yeah, sure, it's 350 miles and not have to eat it. But I told them, I'll just go home. And that way, at that point, I had enough time to get home. It would have been, if I had run into serious traffic or problems, I wouldn't have made it. But at least I would have got down that way. Well, my FM said that he would have to check into it to clear it with his boss to make sure it's okay for me to do that. Well, it wasn't okay. They found some convoluted way of getting me a load. Basically what happens, a guy was coming up from Laredo and going to North Carolina, and he apparently he'd been out for, I don't know, or he had an emergency or something. Well, he dropped the load on the yard, and they gave him an empty, and he went home to Tennessee. And then another guy who's coming from North Carolina that was going to Texas, but lives up in Bald Knob, Arkansas, was coming through. So what they did is they had me take that North Carolina load up to where he lives, to a truck stop by where he lives, and swap with him. So I had to take that load up there. We had to do a load swap. Then I had enough time to hook that one up and get back down here to Little Rock to park for the night. So I don't have as far to go tomorrow. And so I've got a load of mixed pipe, plastic pipe and cast iron pipe with a couple of pallets of elbows and T-junctions and caps on the trailer. It's a very tall load. It's a 13.4 plus the cast iron, which is really heavy, and some plastic. It's on here. It's going to Richland Hills, Texas, which is in the middle of the Metroplex. It's between Arlington and Keller, which is just south of I-20 on 121, I-820 on US 121. So, it should be Texas 121. I'm just not thinking straight. Sorry, guys. That's due Monday at 10 a.m. It's a fixed appointment. So, I'm getting ready to go back to my old truck and pick up a couple things out of the equipment box that I forgot, including my my ram pole, which I use to push stuff through straps and stuff, pushed through under lows and through belly wraps and stuff, gut strapping and stuff like that, as well as a roll of tape I left in there. And gonna go get that stuff, come back here, and then try and make a little bit of semblance of organization in this truck. At least get everything off the bunk so I can make my bed. This truck, interior-wise, is just like my old 13 that I had when I first started with the company. And it's just like the trailer truck, except for it doesn't have a refrigerator. But I got a truck, and it's mine, and I'm staying in this one for only God knows how long, though I was told, and I'm taking this with a grain of salt, that once they get some things organized, I might be able to get out of this truck and get into an 18 or 17 or something. But it would be a little while. So I'm not even going to bother counting on it. I'll just deal with this truck and, see if I can get used to it. If I can just kind of nail down all the stuff that rattles, whether it's with Gorilla Glue or duct tape or something, I'd be happy. Because one of the biggest pet peeves about driving a truck is something that's rattling. I cannot take it. Can't take it. I'd give you a perfect example. I was heading on up there to Bald Knob to do the load. I ended up having something over there was rattling, just buzzing the whole time, even on a nice smooth road, which Freightliner's doing. But this thing was just annoying. I ended up having to pull over on the service road to find out what it was. It was the cover for the lane departure warning system was vibrating on the thing. I just took it off and put it away. I'll fix it later. It's just everybody's got their pet peeves. I got a lot of them, but that's one thing I can't stand while driving. It's just little rattling noises. If it's something that rattles when you're driving because you're going up down the road bouncing about, that's cool. But that kind of thing just rattles because the truck is on, no way. So, okay, well that's it. There will not be a video tomorrow because I'm just going to be going home. So I guess we will talk on Monday after I unload and see what we got going from there. So until then, keep the shiny side up. 73s, be safe.